Hello students, welcome to the continuation of the chapter 2, Triangles. In this lesson I will teach you similarity of triangles. We discussed in the previous lecture that two triangles are similar if their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are in same ratio or in proportion. What I meant to say is the ratio of any two corresponding sides in two equiangular triangles is always the same. Here we got two equiangular triangles because angle at B in the first triangle is 90 degree, angle at D in the second triangle is also 90 degree. Angle at A in first triangle is 56.3 degree, angle at E in second triangle is 56.3. The same goes for C as well. We are done with the first aspect of the statement. Now let us move on to the second aspect. The ratio of any two corresponding sides. Here the corresponding sides are AB and ED, BC and DF, AC and EF. The ratio of corresponding sides, that is the ratio of AB and ED, must be in proportion. The length of AB is 2 units, the length of ED is 4 units, so 2 by 4. If we simplify, we will get 1 by 2. And next, the ratio of BC and DF. The length of BC is 3 units and the length of DF is 6 units. So BC by DF is equals to 3 by 6. 3 by 6, which is nothing but 1 by 2. Finally, the length of AC is 3.6 units and the length of EF is 7.2 units. The ratio of AC and EF is 3.6 by 7.2. CA by FE 3.6 by 7.2, that is 1 by 2. It is believed that the Greek mathematician Thales that he used a result called the basic proportionality theorem, now known as the Thales theorem, for the same. There is one more basic concept that we need to understand before we proceed to prove the theorem. Area of triangle is basically half the area of square or rectangle. In this case, it is half the area of rectangle. The area of triangle is defined as half into base into height. If we consider base as BC, and if we draw a perpendicular line to BC, we don't get the maximum height. In order to get the maximum height, we will follow a simple approach. In order to find the area of the obtuse angle triangle, that is CBA, we will take the difference of the area of triangle CDA. Here we got the maximum height, and we are taking difference with the area of triangle BDE. The area of triangle CDA is half the base is DC into height. Then the area of triangle BDA is half into base BD into maximum height H. Here we can notice that 1 by 2 and H are common. We can take it out, 1 by 2 into H, and we will write the remaining terms, DC minus BD. What is DC minus BD? DC whole length minus BD. So we are remaining with the length BC. So the area of triangle BCA is half into base that is BC into the maximum height. Finally, we get the area of triangle CBA. Now let us look at the activity. Draw an angle XAY, AY being one arm and AX being other arm. Then mark 5 points, say PQDRB, such that the length of AP must be equal to the length of PQ, PQ must be equal to length of QD, the length of QD must be equal to length of DR, and so on. Say for instance the length of AB is 1 unit, the length of PQ must be 1 unit, the length of QD must be 1 unit, and so on. Now let us connect from one arm to another arm. We will connect from point B to point C anywhere on the arm AY. Then again we will connect one more line that is parallel to BC from point D, for instance, to point E. Note that DE must be parallel to BC. So what observation can we make in this case? Here we can see AD divided by DB, AD divided by DB. The length of AD is 3 units, 1, 2, 3, and the length of DB is 2 units, 1, 2. So the ratio of AD and DB is 3 by 2. What about AE and EC? If we measure using a measurement tape, we will get the ratio 3 by 2 as we got for AD and DB. Is that a coincidence? No, it is not. It is because we followed the principle of basic proportionality theorem. The statement states that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in two distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. In the first look, it doesn't make any sense. Now let us understand and prove the theorem. Here we are given a triangle ABC in which a line parallel to side BC intersects the two sides AB and AC. In this case, the intersecting points are D and E. Notice that the side BC is parallel to the intersection line D and E. So we need to prove that the ratio of AD divided by DB is equal to the ratio of AE divided by EC. This is the core idea of this theorem. So we will prove it. Now let us join BE and CD. We will draw a perpendicular line NE with AD. Next we will draw a perpendicular line DM on AE. Now what is the area of triangle ADE? The area of triangle is half into base is AD into height NE. Here we can see the area of triangle ADE is half into base into height AD into EN. Similarly, what is the area of triangle BDE? The area of triangle BDE is half into base, that is BD into height. Since this is an obtuse angled triangle, we need to follow this principle for triangle BDE. So the area of triangle BDE is half into base, that is BD, into height, that is NE. Area of triangle BDE is half into base BD into height EN. We have area of triangle ADE, we have area of triangle BDE. Now we will divide both. Half into AD into EN divided by half into DB into EN. We can cancel out 1 by 2 into EN and 1 by 2 into EN in the numerator and in the denominator. Since we have got same values, and we are left with AD divided by DB. Similarly, we will divide for area of triangle ADE and area of triangle DEC. The area of triangle ADE could also be written as, considering AE as the base, half into base, that is AE into height, DM. Here we can see that the area of triangle ADE is half into base, AE into DM, and we will divide with the area of triangle DEC. Area of triangle DEC is half into base, that is CE, into the maximum height, that is DM. We are following the same principle that we discussed earlier for finding the area of obtuse angled triangle. So the area of triangle DEC is half into base into height. Now we will cancel out the terms 1 by 2 into DM in both numerator and in the denominator, since they got same value. Now we are left with AE divided by AC. Notice that the area of triangle BDE and DEC are on the same base, DE, and between the same parallels of BC and DE. The area of triangle BDE and the area of triangle DEC are same. This is a similar representation for showing that the area of triangle BDE and the triangle DEC are same. This part is 9.75 square unit and this part is 9.75 square unit. Both areas are same. In the equation 1 we have area of ADE divided by area of BDE is equal to AD by DB, and in the equation 2 we have area of ADE divided by area of DEC, which is equal to AE by AC. Since the area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle DEC, we can replace, in the equation 2 we can replace the area of DEC with the area of BDE. So the equation becomes this. Can you notice something strange? Area of triangle ADE divided by area of triangle BDE, which is nothing but our equation 1, AD divided by. So equation 1 and equation 2 are same. If equation 1 and equation 2 are same, that implies AD divided by DB must be equal to AE divided by AC. That is what we are supposed to prove. We proved it. The content of this lesson is borrowed from Karnataka Textbook Society, Bangalore, under Fair Usage Policy. This video is presented by Avari Technologies. Please do hit subscribe button to get more content. Thank you.